The Bible word exposed in this lesson is church. What do you think church means in the Bible? An assembly, a building for worship, a congregation, or a service of worship? To understand this word in the Bible, look at the Greek word behind it, ekklesia. Ek means out, klesia means invited or called. So its literal meaning is called out. It is not referring to people who happen to be in the same place at the same time. It is a gathering of people who have been invited to the gathering. We would call something like this a meeting or an assembly. It is used two ways in the New Testament. It refers to the people in a meeting or the meeting itself. Notice that the Greek word is not theo ekklesia, God assembly, or hagi ekklesia, holy assembly. It is simply ekklesia, assembly. The English term church, on the other hand, usually refers to a religious building or a religious organization. Church is the wrong translation for ekklesia because church has always been a religious term. Ekklesia is not. It is a secular term. It is used of secular meetings in the book of Acts and in other Greek writings. Some claim that King James, in an attempt to bolster up the Church of England, insisted that ekklesia be translated church in the King James Version. It is known that he gave a speech to the King James translators to that effect. This term was translated church before that time, by John Wycliffe, a Roman Catholic, and by the Church of England's previous authorized versions. But it was translated congregation and company in the other early English versions. Back then, a congregation was a gathering or an assembly. Today, congregation has a different meaning. It is the people of a church. The words church and congregation carry with them a shade of meaning that ekklesia does not have. Just because ekklesia is usually used in the New Testament of the place where Christians assemble, does not mean that it should be translated as church. That would be like calling every rug that a Christian owns a prayer rug, or every meal that he eats a sacrifice. Ekklesia is an assembly. After the resurrection of Jesus, Christians assembled together in homes and halls. These were called assemblies, or the assemblies. In the Bible, church is assembly.
For the only Bible version that uses the correct words, get the Breakthrough version or the Breakthrough KJV.